teachers, first responders, and anyone who supports or serves our military service members, veterans, and their families. Access the training portal at safevets.illinois.gov and sign up to become a voice for those who serve.
Other than a Doctor of Philosophy degree and a stable life for his wife and 4 kids. Dan enrolled himself at the University of California, Los Angeles to earn a doctorate in dramatic arts. As he continued with education, he didn't stop teaching and shaping young minds. The move wasn't easy for the Blocker family. The California life was already pretty hefty, and Dan's part-time student status meant he couldn't do multiple jobs to keep the house running. So, in the mid-50s, Dan Blocker turned to an old friend who was once his refuge, acting. To help make ends meet, Blocker turned to television rather than theater. He began auditioning for television roles and was cast in bit parts in westerns, a popular genre at the time. Reading the script and appearing in front of the camera rekindled Dan's first love, acting. As per his admission, he loved transforming into different characters, trying roles that he never thought to try, and of course his favorite thing was to bring joy into people's lives. It's true that Dan was desperate to make some extra cash on the side, but once he began to act, there was no stopping him. While the plan was to take small roles and continue teaching, fate intervened once again, and this time, for good. Dan begins acting. The year 1957 was a defining moment for Dan Blocker. He appeared in a Three Stooges short, Outer Space Jitters, playing the role of the goon. In the official credits, he was billed as Don Blocker. Eventually, he got better roles in series like Gunsmoke, which was centered around an American settlement in the 1870s. Dan made 2 appearances in the show as a cavalry lieutenant. Later, he also appeared in shows like Colt 45, The Restless Gun, Sheriff of Cochise, Cheyenne, and in the film, Gunsight Ridge. Next year, he would keep landing small and sporadic roles in the Western genre television shows. In 1958, he appeared in a small role in The Rifleman, had a recurring role as Tiny Buttinger in the National Broadcasting Company Western series Cimarron City, and found his way into shows like The Senorita Makes a Choice, Underground Ambush, Wagon Train, and Jefferson Drum. At this point in his career, Dan mainly resorted to recurring characters, an effort that would go on until 1959. Of course, Blocker was perhaps not looking to make big strides in the television industry. For him, the acting arrangement was a bit of a temporary gimmick to make sure that his family had a roof over their heads and could afford 3 meals a day. Needless to say, his television tryout had its fair share of failures too. Most of the time, Dan didn't get a callback. His height and size meant that he was fit for certain roles only. Then, in 1958, he suffered a career blow when Cimarron City was canceled by the National Broadcasting Company. Blocker had a recurring role on the show, so he knew that playing Tiny Buttinger meant that the television circle would attach a fixed identity to him. Such gigs were useful in leveraging other roles too. Disappointed, Dan started to audition for other long-term roles when an opportunity presented itself. Believe it or not, the cancellation of Cimarron City was a blessing in disguise, as the actor was destined for even bigger things, and by bigger things, we mean his landmark role in Bonanza. By 1959, Dan was still pursuing his doctorate, thinking that his ultimate end goal would be to take a high-profile teaching job. Then a phone call from David Dortort changed his life. Dortort had nabbed Dan Blocker for the role of Hoss Cartwright on Bonanza, a show centered around the wealthy Cartwright family from Nevada in the 1860s. Since Dan had assumed an important character in the Western genre show, it meant that his shooting schedule was rigorous and tough. Going back and forth from working to studying was very physically and mentally challenging for him. Since the actor barely had any time to study, he had to drop out of college to pursue acting full-time. And oh boy, what a joy it was. It's true that it was little Joe who was the heartthrob of the show and diverted the female fandom of the Cartwright family. Yet it was Hoss who gave life to the show. The middle son of wealthy Nevada widower and rancher, Ben Cartwright, Hoss was a mix and match of Dan Blocker. While the actor was the embodiment of intellect and wit in real life, his beloved character was not known for his intelligence. Hoss was awkward and shy around women. His gullibility led him to get pranked multiple times on the show. Most of the time, such characters are instrumentalized for jokes and cutthroat humorous cuts for the audience to enjoy. In many ways, characters like Hoss are meant to be the laughingstock, but of course, Blocker forged his own destiny here too. He was able to give life to a character filled with love and compassion, and Hoss was a favorite of viewers, especially the younger audience who could relate to his love for children. That particular characteristic was perhaps a double-edged sword. For audiences, it was easy to see that Hoss is also childlike in many ways, and that aspect seemed to overshadow the gravity of the middle child of the show. Not everything is black and white, though. What was really remarkable was that Dan Blocker was able to bring his spirit for social justice to his beloved character, too. Hoss might be a child at heart, but he believed in doing right by the weak and vulnerable of society, a trait that even the most mature people in our world remarkably miss. Perhaps this is why Hoss was such a likable character. He was housing the true essence of his portrayer, Dan, who had found a very kind inspiration for the beloved Cartwright. Dan played the beloved character of Hoss, motivated by this quote by the 18th century French-born American Quaker missionary, Stephen Grellet. "We shall pass this way on earth but once. If there is any kindness we can show or good act we can do, let us do it now, for we will never pass this way again." What a remarkable approach for a mere character that didn't exist. Even then, Dan believed in telling a story that would leave millions inspired to believe in good. And that's exactly what he did with a feel-good character like Hoss Cartwright. Not to mention, even outside the television set for Bonanza, Dan was a cast favorite. During his years as Hoss, he forged a remarkable camaraderie with Lorne Greene and Michael Landon. After all, Dan would see them more than his family. On several occasions, he had talked about how his television family was as important to him as his real family. So it wasn't shocking that Blocker was the best man at Michael Landon's wedding to Lynn No. Other than transformative friendships, Dan's family life had changed for the better too. He had brought his children and wife to California in the hopes of giving them a stable and comfortable life, and that's exactly what he did. After years of living in a congested house, the family moved into an 8-bedroom mansion. For a simple and hardworking Texan man, it was nothing short of a dream come true. Dan had also brought his parents to California to give them a safe and comfortable retirement life. Even after becoming a television superstar, Dan didn't forget his roots. He often referred to O'Donnell as his adopted hometown, and of course, for the small town, he was nothing short of a hero. The locals remembered a big, studious guy who would mop the floors of his family's grocery store, and in the next moment, he was appearing in the most anticipated Sunday night show. That wasn't the only successful benchmark for the actor, though. It is almost surprising how he took time out of his busy Bonanza schedule to make a name for himself in the movie industry, too. His television partner in crime was none other than the musical superstar, Frank Sinatra, who, to this date, doesn't need any introduction. Most notably, the duo worked on movies like Come Blow Your Horn and Lady Cement. Dan's movie career was a work in progress, but of course a lot of his ambitions were cut short due to his untimely death just at the age of 43. Shocked and confused, his fans wondered about the health complications that led to his tragic demise. While there wasn't much to go around, there was one lifestyle habit that had plagued Dan Blocker from the very start. Watch as we reveal what was the undesirable habit that had cut the actor's budding career very short. That too, very abruptly, Dan Blocker's diet. Indeed, Hoss Cartwright was Dan Blocker's life and soul. It might sound weird and out of place for us to reveal this, but the actor wasn't always over the moon about his commercial and critical success. He had never expected to make it big on television, and well, Bonanza was one of the biggest hits of its time. On several occasions, Dan had revealed that he had difficulty divorcing himself from the character he played on television every Sunday till his dying breath. That was a slippery slope for the actor, who had to do a lot to become Hoss Cartwright for his beloved audience. Playing that character had its own merits and demerits. In particular, the actor had to be in shape all the time to pass the physical attributes of his character. That sort of transition proved to be very challenging for the actor, who wasn't exactly used to a very demanding lifestyle. Talking about his size, he once said, "Being big has its advantages, especially when you're doing the rounds of the agents' offices. They don't forget you in a..."
Make your first move.
with battery power. A hurry. But it has its disadvantages too. You've got to have a bed specially made. Mine is 7 feet long. You've got to be careful when you sit down. I used to wreck a couple of chairs a week in the studio. So it was clear that Dan had to be in check for his weight, which would typically shoot up to 300 pounds. When that happened, it wasn't possible for him to appear as Hoss. The only solution to the problem was to go on a diet, a lifestyle choice that Dan hated. In an interview, he once admitted that the prospect of dieting had almost made him quit acting and just resort to a less demanding job like teaching. Yep, he was willing to trade his groundbreaking role to have his big breakfast that included a dozen eggs, 2 loaves of bread, and 2 quarts of milk. You heard that right. Dan loved big breakfasts and dinners that were loaded with calories and grease. So it is not shocking that he ran into multiple health issues that he didn't care about much. Dan had talked about how eating like a regular person had been pretty difficult for him, as he missed hearty steak dinners and eating bread for breakfast. It's also true that the actor's cheat days would continue for weeks. When he wasn't filming, he would resort to a diet of his choice, and when it was time to go back, he would go on a strict diet in hopes of losing weight. What happened next was rather surprising, but not entirely shocking. In the tragedy of Dan's young, untimely death, food played a huge role, and well, the actor had never imagined that a routine surgery would take his life. Death of Dan Blocker. Lasting 14 seasons, Bonanza remains the longest-running Western drama on National Broadcasting Company, and the second longest-running Western series in the United States of America. The show wasn't supposed to end as it did after its 14th season, but the death of the beloved actor, who played Hoss, changed everything for the show. In 1972, the show was all set to kickstart its shooting, when Dan Blocker had to go through a routine gallbladder surgery. The filming was to begin in 2 weeks, but the actor was confident that he would be able to join his peers in a timely manner. The surgery itself was fine until Dan got sick right after. It had turned out that Blocker had developed a blood clot in his lungs, causing him to die of pulmonary embolism. No one saw it coming. Even the doctors at Daniel Freeman Hospital weren't anticipating a tragic end for the actor who was only 43 years old at that time. Bonanza went on for another season, but of course they had to acknowledge that Hoss was dead. For the first time ever in television history, a show had acknowledged one of its main characters passing. The show never told us how exactly Hoss died, but its 2011 sequel revealed that Hoss died a heroic death while trying to save a drowning woman. Since the last season of the show received poor ratings, it had to be tanked. Dan's co-stars also revealed that they had lost interest in Bonanza after losing their friend. However, thanks to the show's sequel, we know that Hoss died a noble death, just like its embodiment, the ever-humble Dan Blocker. Thanks for watching.
Her husband's car was found in an area with a lot of bear activity.
Over the supply, 250 head of well-broken horses at $60 a head.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, come on over here a minute, would you? I got somebody that I want you to meet. Now, here's Bob, Maureen, and Bud.
Oh, darling, let's take. Where have you been? See you around here.
I'm just her. I don't have no job yet. I just got here yesterday. I'm going to the plant tomorrow at 5. Yeah.
They made prepaid the new contract? Mobile keeps it flexible. Go for the unlimited plan for just $25 a month.
For softer laundry, smoother skin, and water you love, call Culligan, the local expert since 1936.
Pipeline. There ain't no pipeline in this bird. Yes, there is. Came in the spring. I was working on next spring. Then a Bob told me he was hiring down here, so I thought I'd come down and check that. Most of our insulating we contract out. Instar job is general helper. Coffee, gopher is for us. I'm thinking he's doing gopher. Or he could be in here now. Around here, they're on the same level. Starts off right at the bottom. What's up? I'm gonna tell you one thing. You're getting this job because of Uncle Bob. He's been here a long time. He's a damn good man. I'll tell you one thing more. You're gonna have to lose that beard. Regulations. You have to wear any kind of fresh air mask. Got everything you need? Doreen sure is gonna be happy. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. This guy go for it. This guy. Hold on. Now, I better get on back to work. All right, I'll see you later. Yeah, I'll see you later.
Real cowboy?
Well, it depends on what you think a real cowboy is.
That's all you hear them up in her beard, right?
That's right.
Oh, shaver.
Who asked you?
You gonna do two-step?
You bet.
I spent a lifetime looking for you.
Carol Ann, I love your sign.
Thank you.
We're here homeless in Portland. We're here.
Yes.
What's it like?
That.
Carol Ann, I love your sign.
Thank you.
We're here homeless in Portland. We're here.
Yes.
What's it like?
That. I don't know, people just don't even acknowledge your existence for most of the time. You gotta ask someone for directions or anything, a cigarette, and they just walk right by you. Don't even look at you in the face.
How long have you been on?
In this town, I've been here for a week.
And how long have you been homeless?
For 2 years.
Houseless, okay.
Yes, that's true. Our home's on our back, our packs, but
You know why? Why are you out there?
so I can see everywhere. I
Freedom?
don't know. Yeah, freedom, just traveling around. I like to explore and go on adventures and stuff like that. We usually live in the woods,
Yeah?
not in cities.
Not in
People are a
cities.
lot nicer out there.
Yeah? Where's your favorite place?
Probably Mount Shasta and NorCal.
What's your future like?
I don't know. Haven't thought that far ahead. Just live day by day in the present.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be? Idiocracy. You ever seen that movie? No.
Okay. I think that that's gonna happen, so I'm like praying that all the smart people start.
The popular term now for it's kind of like minimalism, right? Have you heard of it? Where it's like you just take exactly what you need and go, and then start traveling.
That's me.
Right, exactly.
We kind of do that.
So-
are you videotaping us right now?
Yeah,
Okay. You wanna? Like I've been traveling off and on for like 8 years now.
yeah.
Um.
So you guys
And I left a free apartment and a job and everything.
to travel?
Yeah.
Do you still see your kid often?
No, actually, he was born in prison
Oh man.
because my baby mama could not stop doing meth, and so she got arrested and shit, sent to prison. Kid was born in prison. I signed away my rights because I was on the streets. I didn't have the free apartment. I found that I'm f***ing miserable staying in one place, having a job and shit, having an apartment. Now I live up on a mountain in a tent.
I'm from Texas, so I didn't get to see snow growing up, so now I'm choosing to travel in the wintertime where there's snow all over the place.
Nice. So
I
you
love the snow.
chose snow. This is kind of what moved you out here.
Pretty much snow, marijuana. I got kicked out on the street because I had a drug habit. And
What drug, if you don't mind me asking?
I smoked and shot methamphetamines for a good 4 or 5 years. When I turned 18, my mom said, "All right, no more."
Is that kind of the path that got you to this lifestyle?
Drugs? Yes.
Would you say you were homeless first and then a full-time traveler?
I was definitely homeless first. I was a year homeless in Fort Worth, Texas, figuring out what I was going to do with my life. And I seen somebody get murdered right in front of my eyes, and I decided I didn't want to be in Fort Worth anymore. So, yeah, so I moved out to the West Coast, and then got off all drugs except marijuana, which is a blessing. I've been a year and a half, almost 2 years sober. And it's the best thing for me.
So being a full-time traveler cut your drug addiction?
No.
Got you away from the drugs.
What it was actually yes, in a way, because
Well, going from being homeless to being a full-time traveler.
so being homeless is being is kind of the same as being a full-time traveler. The only difference in my mind is a homeless person is going to stay at one town pretty much the majority of this time being homeless.
Okay.
A traveler is going to go from town to town to town. So when I decided to travel, I went from knowing everybody in this one area to having access to all kinds of different drugs or whatever, knowing the people, to leaving not knowing anybody in the next town. So by the time I got over time, it got to the point where I was just chasing some kind of substance that I really didn't even need. So it made it easier to not go and hang out with the people that look like they're doing drugs and all that, and hang out with these people because these people are good people.
These people are good people?
Yes.
Nice.
We all have each other's back. You know, like, we all look out for each other.
So I walked from Fort Bragg, California to Willits, California on this railroad track called the Skunk Rail. And about 15 miles on each, or 5 miles in on each side of those two towns, the track collapsed and all. There's tunnels on both sides. The entrance to the tunnel and the exit of the tunnel collapsed, and they never fixed it. So I went up over the little hill, back down it, and walked 43 miles from Fort Bragg to Willits. And on the way, I ran into this old shack that had dates in it from 1720, or not 1720, but like 1902 and 1800s. It was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it was one of those things that it started from the inside of one. It was just one room shack. It started from the top corner of one side, went all the way down the wall, all the way around the room to so this corner, this corner, this corner. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's fine. What's first question I'd like to ask you is
What's it like an interrogation?
Yeah. What's like your day to day? Like, you know, what are the daily struggles you actually go through, or what are some of the goals you have throughout the day?
I'm an alcoholic and a slow traveler.
Yeah.
So usually first order of the day is figure out coffee, breakfast, and a couple beers, and then from there I get donations, and my family gets donations too.
Say hello.
Hello.
There you
How
go.
you doing?
There you go. So it's actually
I got a little Kodak C1 something.
Yeah.
Not too great, but I mean, it does what it needs to do.
Yeah,
It's got some good night quality and like
Does
long distance, so from the train it looks beautiful.
I'm amazed by this. I mean, like, you look like you're perfectly lit up, and I look at you with my eyes, and you're not. So
Yeah. Are you nearsighted or farsighted?
I'm nearsighted.
Do you mind if I try your glasses a little bit? I'm nearsighted as hell. Yeah, see, we got about the same eyesight.
Is that right?
Yeah. Like, this actually helps me see a lot. Wow. See, that makes you... I want to know how you get up to those windows up there.
There's an entrance here, but you got to pay like a huge sum of money to get in. Yeah, it's like a tourist trap thing. But you can actually walk downstairs. There's nothing cost to get downstairs, and you can see where the ticket windows
I
are.
just want to get up there. Like, those windows look like fun. I've seen those real
I
TV
wonder how late they're open.
I've seen those real TV videos or whatnot where like people face jump off it, and I was like, how do they get up there? And we saw those windows. I can't even see them now, but I saw some windows up there, so they're like, oh, we want to get in there.
Wouldn't that be pretty cool if you could actually go up there and jump off it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I want a parachute real bad. And bungee jump. Bungee jump seems kind of sketchy because some people hit the ground.
Parachuting's more fun. I've done both.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Parachuting rad.
It is.
How high do you jump?
10,000 feet. Yeah, about a 40-second fall before you open your chute. Yeah.
I jumped into a river and it was a 4-second fall. So 80 feet. 86 feet.
Where was that at?
Oregon, Illinois River.
So, what part of Oregon were you living in?
Grants Pass.
Okay.
About 45 minutes to an hour away from the California border.
Yep, been up there.
Yeah, Grants Pass?
Yeah. I backpacked up in that region, and from there up through the Cascades in Washington.
Oh,
yeah.
Washington rains too much for me, but like, If you go up Grants Pass and you take like Redwood Highway east,
Okay.
about 45 minutes, you hit this thing called the Illinois River, called
Okay.
Selma,
Yep.
Oregon.
Yep.
There's a gas station, one gas station in the whole city. Take it right there, go about 6 miles, it's called 6 Mile. Like 6 miles off the highway, so that's why it's called 6 Mile. Like, beautiful, crystal clear, perfect, like 15, 20-foot jumping rocks. You go another 6 miles to 12 Mile. That's where the 88-foot bridge, fucking, like 62-foot rocks.
Nice.
Awesome. It's like, it's 60-foot water, like 60-foot deep water, too,
Yeah.
so there ain't nothing to worry about.
That sounds like fun.
One thing that scared me is I jumped off 80-something feet, knocked the wind out of me. Like, that scared me. And ever since then, I get the wind knocked out of me and I pass out. It's like, I'm kind of scared to jump off high stuff again.
Yeah, I can see that.
How's skydiving though? Bungee jumping?
Skydiving's fun. There's like 3 different ways that you can go. One is static line, so you jump out, the chute immediately pops up, and you jump out about 3,500 feet. And then there's tandem, where you're strapped in with the second guy. And they jump out about 10 to 12,000. You don't have to do much except hang out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's going through the lessons and doing it yourself, which is a total rush. Yeah. And just the freedom, being able to do flips and
just like
yeah.
constant black flips to
Yeah.
freestyle.
Yeah. And it doesn't even feel like you're falling.
Really?
No, because
you hit terminal velocity.
Hit terminal velocity.
Float.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's surreal. A little noisy with all that air going by you. But, yeah, good times.
I watched this video. Like, you ever seen Real TV?
Yeah.
It was the youngest person to ever skydive alone. He's 13, and his parents were watching him, and the adrenaline hit him too hard, and he got knocked out. Didn't pull his cord, period. Passed out the whole time.
Damn. That's not
Parents
fun.
watched him die. So that sounds like horrible.
Yeah, but then you could die crossing the street up here too, right?
That's true.
So,
But I mean, like, my mom ain't gonna watch me cross the street up here. She's in Oregon.
true.
So if I die and it gets back to her, that's one thing. But I mean, if she has to watch her child that she nurtured from
Yeah.
this big, nurtured it, like, she has to watch that die. I mean, that just sounds like so much more to me.
Bamboo HR is your complete HR, payroll, and benefits platform where everything works together in one place.
Yes, she does.
When I get home, I'm going to put this on YouTube.
YouTube?
And I don't think I have a pen.
Don't either. I got a good memory.
It's pretty easy. Art World.
Art World?
Yeah.
ARTW.
ORLD. So just go to Art World, and it'll be up there by the time the evening is over. So you can say hello, Mom. There you go.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
You
St. Louis for you.
Yeah, Arch. We got the Arch in there. So all's good. Some total stranger gave you $20, and now you're good for at least a day.
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days, okay.
2 days.
You live better than I do on $20.
Yeah, I mean it's you should gotta not be afraid to eat out of a trash can.
Yeah.
You know, scientifically proven, eating out of trash cans and living on the streets builds up your immunity system.
I believe that. I think our immunity systems are crap, from living in a too perfect of a life.
You know, there's a place, I think it's called Britt, Iowa. It costs $20,000 to be buried in the cemetery. It's a hobo cemetery. To be buried next to homeless people. $20,000.
Over the years, I've known a lot of Dominicans in New York City.
Washington High is like a little piece of the Dominican Republic.
For those of you who haven't been there, it may be difficult to identify a single unique feature of the Dominican Republic. We know it's in the Caribbean somewhere. And they speak Spanish, don't they? Dominicans themselves, of course, have no such problem. They know where home is.
Paradise.
And they know what they miss.
Chicharrón. Tostones. Fried salami. Mango. Lechon. Sancocho.
I really miss it. I wish I could be there now.
Anthony Bourdain. I write, I travel, I eat, and I'm hungry for more.
Riley, you're out here homeless in Toronto. Tell me about it.
Just how you expected it to be.
In what way?
Cold. Ruthless. Used.
Now you told me you're sleeping right here in this cubby hole.
Yeah. I am.
Nobody should have to live like that.
Unfortunately, that's the way the world works.
How long have you been homeless?
Few months. In and out of places. I got clean home. Got on Suboxone. Stopped doing heroin.
And ended up here, huh? What's your future like?
I don't know. And everybody thinks it's just a joke. You're watching me. This is real life. It's not easy.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
I want a home. My life back.
Thank you very much for talking to me.
Sorry, excuse me, I'm very sick right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm walking the whole day.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
Special delivery, white powder bags. There he goes. Special delivery, white powder bags. There you go. May the 4th, 2024, Saturday. Let me see. Saturday, May 4th, 2024, 3:25 p.m. Special delivery, white powder bags. On command signal. Murder plot continues. Extreme high-level frequencies coming from next door, 5135 West 24th Street in Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60804. Organized crime family, second floor hideout, home base. Daily ordered instructions by Anthony J. Loader, Avila Greco, Nello Greco. Target, YouTube, Town of Cicero, Illinois, Miguel Rodriguez, harassment videos. This has been an update. Murder plot continues. And this guy's waiting for the next customer. On the phone. I still haven't seen the little girl yet. We see what happens. We're gonna keep an eye on this guy. Something is going on in the hood.
I've actually been in the hospital in the last couple of days.
Oh my gosh. Michael,
Yes.
we're here in Toronto. You're homeless. Oh my gosh. You just told me you got been in and out of the hospital because you got pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
I'm very sick right now.
Jeffrey,
Yeah,
you're homeless in Toronto.
I am.
What's it like?
Sucks.
Tell me about it.
You cold, you get soaking wet. You wonder where you're going to sleep from place to like from night to night. You wonder if you're going to make enough. The one thing you don't have to worry about is food though. When you're homeless, they feed you pretty good out here. Panhandling, you know you're asking for money, they come down and they just give you food.
Food over and over.
I've never gone hungry.
Oh my gosh.
Never once have I gone hungry.
Oh, wow.
I've been freezing cold, soaking wet, never hungry.
But housing is what you need.
Oh fuck, in a big way.
Oh my gosh. So,
big way. There's just not enough, I don't think, or there's not enough people doing enough for it.
And so where'd you sleep last night?
You're looking at it.
Oh my god. It's horrible.
I didn't actually sleep last night, panhandled all night. You learn to take little bits of sleep here and there when you can get it.
It's not safe out here.
Oh, not completely.
So, how long have you been out here?
This time since February. I've been homeless before. And I've always managed to pull myself through. This time it took a little longer than I thought it was going to take, but apparently the ball is rolling now, so hopefully shit happens soon.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
There'd be no homeless for anybody. There'd be plenty of housing. And just basically in general, nobody ever have to live a life like this.
Well, thank you very much for talking.
No problem. Hope this gets to somebody.
Jay, oh yeah, never leave you. You know that? Great. Clay, we're out here homeless. Tell me about it. And being homeless here in Yellowknife, summertime it's okay. You just gotta carry a little bit of mugged over or steal something. Other than that, you cover up real good. Wintertime is a little more trickier. Then you gotta keep moving around, going from each spot to each spot. Then it gets real tricky. And then you gotta make your way all day long. Hurt my head so many times, not even funny. Trying to work well in the wintertime. Most of these people do it. But you're just dressed in layers.
And you're a welder by trade.
Welder by trade, finished grade 12. Hurt my back with spinal stenosis. It's kind of on the down low right now. Making it through on a little bit of a disability benefit. Not much, enough to get through. Other than that, I get to wake up every morning.
What's the day like?
The day's pretty damn long, actually. Sit there panhandling the banks downtown, about money, stuff. Drink good talk. Wake up in the morning and do it again, and again and again. It's like every day to Sunday, right? Jacob, you can say anything you want to, right? Great. This is going down to California. Hello, Arnold. Let's tell those California people not to come up here.
Don't come up here. Oh, there you go.
It's a good thing our dollar's worth more than the American dollar right now.
How do we stuff Reese's peanut butter, pretzels, caramel, peanuts, and chocolate?
Hi, this is Theo Henderson from We the Unhoused podcast. I'm here today at Echo Park Lake, speaking with David, who has been affected by yesterday's sweeps. Hey, how's it going? I remember I told you I was coming back. Good to see you guys. So, where's the rest of the gang? I don't want anybody to be unhoused. I don't know, no matter what your situation, whether you are on substances, whether you have breaks in reality, whether you had a tiff with the family because they found out that you were gay, transgendered, and things like that. I don't want any of you to feel that way. I want there to be places where you can not fall through the cracks, that we have a society that we can help support you.
say there's no place like home. Come on, let's go in. This is tasteful.
Maybe when we put some furniture around and we can get some flowers.
Well, that's the paint. It's so ugly it won't stick to the walls anymore.
Oh, Mom. It'll be great. I love it. We're never going back, are we?
No, we're never going back.
Good. What if he comes after us?
He figures we're gonna come back on our knees. But we're gonna do this.
Of course we are, Mom. I know that. Love you, Mom.
Me too, sweetie.
Mom! There's a tree in the backyard that's perfect for a treehouse. And the Zim will for us to have big wheel races.
You tell me something, Sally. How are you gonna have big wheel races unless you unload that big wheel first?
Well, come on, let's go.
Okay, this is light. Go put it in your bedroom, okay? Hi. I live over there. Are you our new neighbors? Yes. Yes, we are, Amanda. Oh, Anna Morse. Hi. Donna James. Here, these are for you. Oh, thank you. They're beautiful. Oh, I like your music. Oh, yeah. Well, my husband is obsessed with the 50s. You know, the music, old cars. Garrett, this is Anna. Anna, this is my husband, Garrett.
Hello, neighbor. Mighty handsome bunch of kids you got there.
Oh, thanks. These are my girls. This is Laura, Sally, Billy.
Laura, Sally, Billy.
Meet our new neighbors, Garrett and Donna.
Hi.
Is that your ice cream truck?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, tell you what, after we help move you guys in, why don't we all sit down and have a little ice cream? How would that be?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure, Anna. Say, have any of you ever ridden in a chair plane before?
No?
Have a seat there, Sally.
Yeah, Carl, we cleared for takeoff. Get Roger. Some decent work.
Come in, I'll show you the house. Let me put these flowers in some water. You've got beautiful children. Oh, thanks. What about you and Garrett? Do you have any kids? No, we don't have any kids. Uh-oh, I said the wrong thing, didn't I? Oh, no, not at all. I mean, he wants them more than anything. We've been trying. I mean, I just don't seem to get pregnant is all, so. You know, maybe one day. Well, there's plenty of time to take it from a teenage mom. And I love my kids, but sometimes I feel like I miss having some fun. You two should enjoy each other while you can. It'll happen. Garrett says that nothing in life makes any sense except having kids and loving them. You're lucky you have a man who feels that way. I know. He's the real thing. Anyway, if you need any free babysitting, I guess you'll come to the right neighborhood. You watch out. I'll take you up on that. Look. Yeah. You're so cute.
Did you see how empty and barren that place looked?
I just moved in.
Still, the way those kids are dressed, not too hard to see she hasn't got a dime. Just three perfect, precious children.
Shop decor for all for less at the Home and Holiday Superstore at home.
Hey!
Come here, you little beggars.
Huh? Just got to go to work. I left Jimmy, Mama. For good this time. Renting a fixer over on the east side of town. Hey, Albert.
Hey, how you doing?
How you feeling, huh?
Oh, I've been worse. Damned if I can remember when.
So she left Jimmy. What you think about Anna? Got some kind of trust fund you haven't told us about?
Anna. Jimmy do that.
I need to leave the kids here today.
Our breakfast is called the tres golpe, which is mashed plantains, fried cheese, fried eggs, fried salami, and a little bit of caramelized onions. We mash the green plantains. We add a little bit of garlic, a little bit of butter. Sometimes we add a dot or two of milk to make it creamier, make it into a cute little. Is that order for you?
Absolutely. Which one? What else do you want? So that's good.
At Club Car Wash, we're more than just a service. We're your partner in keeping your ride clean. With our commitment to
OnlyFans.
You can get in.
Yes. You trying to want me to hire you? I'm hiring somebody.
Hiring for what?
For OnlyFans.
You're kidding.
What do you want to do it or not?
I cannot do it.
I can sell you really good.
Oh, I know. Trust me, baby. I can do it myself.
I'm serious. I mean, you're. I think maybe you're going to make me like $30 a month, but I can make it. I can make you hire.
You're kidding. Let me
Yes.
see the profile. Let me see.
You want to see it?
I don't know about the receipts. You're kidding.
This is going to be on OnlyFans. We're on live. This is the thing.
I'm gonna make a on.
Put him on. Put him on. Ice Age. You look like Sid. You look like Sid Ice Age. Ben Chet. Yes. How are you doing today?
I can't do this. I don't even make a
Sounds good. Don't worry. Yeah. On YouTube. You see me on YouTube? My man, bro. Hey, you hungry? I'm from Dallas, Texas, man. You from Dallas? Hey, man. Hey, what's your name? My name's George. George? Hey, appreciate you watching the videos. You want something from the store? Come here. For real. What do you want, man? Come on. Let's get my man whatever he wants. What's the limit? Oh man, get you whatever you hungry, you thirsty, you trying to eat. On me, whatever. Get you some grub, you know what I'm saying? Candy at all? Huh? Whatever, bro. Candy. Get you candy. I'm buying my man some food. Hey, no, jackass. He's a jackass. You want that? All right, I'll pay for it. Pay for it. Hey, no, don't worry. You like that? You want all that? No, I'm gonna pay. No, I'm not.
Hey, listen, I'm going to pay it.
But I don't like the video.
No, don't worry. We're gonna. Oh, okay. No, look. No. This is for charity. This is for.
I don't need it.
No, look. He's facing me. He's facing me. All right. He's gonna stand over there. But relax. I'm paying for that. I'm paying for it. Stop being like that. Stop being a jackass. For us. Look. Relax. Oh. Okay, don't. We're not gonna put you on. I'm sorry. We're not gonna. It's blurry. We're gonna blur.
You can't do it in the store, man.
Okay, video for him. That's it. We're just gonna pay it, and that's it. Whatever he wants, and that's it. Don't worry. What do you want? What else? Yeah, anything you want. If you want this, I got you. He's recording us. We're doing a vlog. Look, give me this. Look here. Pay it. He's recording both of us. Just charge it and we leave. I'm just trying to pay for it. Please do it for me. I'm trying to do something God's given. That's it. God's given. He's. I'm not finished. Look, let me just pay for it. I'm not finished. Look, then get whatever you want. But come on, I'm doing something for God. He wants something. I'm trying to pay for it. He's nice. God works, but no, I want to do it because he's nice. He's a nice man. You're a nice man. Stop being a jackass, please. Stop being like this. Here, look, charge me for this. Look, he's looking. Okay, look, like this. Record me like this. How about this? Like this. Go. Come on.
I don't want to take video from you.
It's not facing you, Ben Judge. Stop being like this, Ben Judge. Shoot ya, bloody God, everything.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
Look, he wants this. Okay. Look, all this. Hey, Ben Judge. Hey.
I saw him when he took me by the.
No, he was itchy. He itchy. Come on, charge it before. Hey, you're mean. You're. What's going on with you? We're gonna report you. Like, come on, just pay for it. Yeah, let's go. Check. I was wondering if I could do a video, quick video over here. I want to do a video right here outside, like a little music video or something. I'm sorry? No, I'm saying not inside, but outside. Is that okay? That's... No, but I'm asking if this is okay for me to do. Oh, look. Oh, let's get at them. Yeah? Excuse me, lady? Yard. Excuse me. Excuse me, man, Judge. Daddy Maki. Excuse me? You're so beautiful, lady. Beautiful, God's given. I was just wondering if you wanted to go out to an Indian dish together or something?
I'm her husband.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Okay.
Because friends hold hands, cousins hold hands,
Sister, hold hands.
It's fine.
Give a kiss. Let me see.
Please go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. I was just wondering, you have a beautiful lady, all right? God's given. God's given. You do not worry. What are you doing? The card is all in the way. What is going on?
And when you get through shopping, you go to customer service. Don't stand in line. Don't stand in line. Just tell them you want some milk, okay?
Excuse me, ma'am. I was wondering if I can get some milk too.
Yep, same thing. I got to check to customer service. Let me get it sealed.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's all in the way. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you were talking to him?
So what do you think what I was doing here?
Oh, I thought you were just, in the way. I thought you were just in the way, Ben.
No, you were in the way. I was trying to explain to you.
I'm sorry. I'll just wait, okay? Excuse me, Benjit? Sorry, what's your name, by the way? Nice to meet you, Baljit Benjit. This is Mike from Healthcare Services. I was just wondering, what kind of healthcare provider do you have by any chance? Alright, we're over here just fucking it up again. See what? You're not understanding.
You're not saying.
You're not understanding, my friend.
You said Black Friday is y'all's day.
You're not understanding, my friend. My friend.
I heard you.
I love my black people.
What they gotta do with this?
What you're saying, I don't know what's going on with you. Are you on your senses or something? I was just being polite.
But what's y'all's day?
I was being polite.
Alright, bro. Keep pushing. If you just said some shit that'll really get you smacked, so go ahead.
Are you really going to do this?
Yeah.
Or what?
I really will, so keep pushing.
That's, you don't want to go there. You don't want to push the buttons. I'm serious.
Push it. You'll find out.
Serious.
This will be your day. I promise.
Serious.
Go ahead.
Jamaican?
No, your maker. You'll meet your maker.
Oh.
You'll meet him today, so go about the business.
Sounds good, but I already met him. I'm me. I'm the goat.
You gonna meet him again?
I'm the goat.
Go about your day.
Look, I just want to be peaceful with you and stuff like this. I don't want to. Trust me.
Stop talking and continue. What you talking about? Move around before I smack the shit out of you. Real talk.
If you do this, I'm gonna call Ben Chud and I'm gonna sue you.
Do what the you gotta do. I'm about to smack the shit out of you if you don't move.
Relax. Relax.
You got races in this bitch. You finna get smacked. Move.
There's no racist stuff here.
You have nothing in your basket. Keep
Yes, I do. I got the mac and cheese.
Stop talking to me. Keep shopping.
I am shopping.
Stop at me. Talk. Keep pushing.
Relax.
Keep pushing.
I am.
Keep going. Stop
I'm gonna go when I want to. When I want to. When I want to. What are you doing? Why are you saying like this? Pistol?
Get on my face, man.
That's messed up. There's a lot of cameras. I'm not in your face. We're keeping 6 feet. Have a good day, okay? You're very grumpy. You're not in your senses. What are you doing all in the way?
Oh, ¿Pide permiso?
I do not speak Spanish. Do you understand India?
No.
Un chananapum, pam pum.
No entiendo, pero...
Pendejo.
¿Ah?
Pendejo.
Yo.
Yes.
Tú.
You. What are you doing all in the way?
Ten cuidado,
What does that mean?
Ten cuidado, no ves que estoy, pide permiso.
Un chananapum, chananapum.
No entiendo.
Yes, pendejo.
No, tú eres pendejo. Tú eres pendejo.
You pendejo.
Tú eres pendejo. Tú eres un pendejo. En la piña.
What does that mean? Bloody goat, chutia, bastard, bloody everything. All together, you. What? What do you want to do? Yes, look. Exactly. Exactly. You don't want his hands on the wood. Excuse me, ma'am. What's your name, by the way? What?